Okay, so very good evening and welcome back to your channel, Kumar sir. Dear students, in the last class we have discussed about the nomenclatures and introductions on nomenclatures. We have done the IUPAC naming. So that one only we are going to continue, but in between some terms will be coming. Okay, before going for in deep in the IUPAC naming, I want all of you to first learn these terms because these are basic terms and most of the schools and most of the faculty members they don't teach this. As a result, you find little difficulties when you come to the higher level, that is class 12, to understand what is aliphatic, aromatic and all those things. So that's why I have decided that this topic hydrocarbons I will cover it, and then we will go for naming one by one. Okay, so now today the topic which we are going to discuss is hydrocarbons. Okay, this topic is this name is very common topics, but still some of us we have a doubt in it. So let us get it clear. What is hydrocarbon? So hydrocarbon, it is the simplest organic compounds which contains carbon and hydrogens. Okay, so simplest, it is the simplest organic compound which contains only carbon and hydrogen. For example, let us take, if you see there CH4. So this is the simplest example of hydrocarbons. Why? Because it contains only carbon and one carbon and four hydrogen. So this is a hydrocarbon, the simplest form of organic compounds which contains carbon and hydrogen. So it will be called as hydrocarbon. Now hydrocarbons are divided into two types. Okay, this is the example of hydrocarbons. Okay, so hydrocarbons are divided into two types. The first one is aliphatic hydrocarbons and another one is called aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, so aliphatic first we will discuss step by step, then we will go for aromatic. First we will discuss aliphatic, and then in aliphatic there are two types, that one also we will discuss, their naming we will discuss, then we will go to aromatic. Okay, so aliphatic hydrocarbons, number one. So what is aliphatic hydrocarbon? It is the hydrocarbons with open chain or cyclic compounds. It is okay, so open chain or cyclic compounds, as I have told you, always remember aliphatic hydrocarbon means it can be like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. It can go on like this. So this is called open chain hydrocarbons. Okay, so aliphatic are the hydrocarbon with open chain or cyclic compounds. Cyclic compound means last class also we have discussed CH2, 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 a closed structures, right? So this is also called as what? Aliphatic hydrocarbons. Okay or not? So closed aliphatic hydrocarbons, got it or not? So this but condition is that there should not be any benzene ring. If benzene ring comes, it will not be called as aliphatic. Though all the hydrocarbons which are in closed structure or ring structure or a straight chain, all are called as aliphatic, except if they have a benzene ring, they will not be treated as aliphatic, they will be called as aromatic. Okay, so aliphatic, I hope you have understood what is aliphatic. All the hydrocarbons with a straight chain, branch chain or cyclic, they are all called as aliphatic hydrocarbon, provided they should not have any benzene ring. Okay, excuse me. Okay, now what we are going to do, aliphatic hydrocarbons are again classified. Okay, it is again classified into two types. Number one, saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, saturated hydrocarbon you might have studied in class 10 also. Saturated hydrocarbon is nothing but those hydrocarbons which contains only single bond, which is linked through only single bonds, are called as saturated hydrocarbons, or we call it as alkane. Alkane falls under this saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, dear students, so what is saturated hydrocarbon? Saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes are those hydrocarbons which contain or which are linked through the to other atoms only through single bonds. Like example, C H C H H H H H H and H H. So this is called saturated hydrocarbon. You can't see any double bond here, but if it contains even a single double bond, suppose these two hydrocarbons, okay, these hydrocarbons, it will be called as what? Unsaturated hydrocarbon, because it contains a double bond. Understood or not? So saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which the carbon atoms or the hydrogen atoms are only bonded through the single bond, are called as saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, the general formula of alkane or the saturated hydrocarbons, its general formula is very important, because in your board exams you will be asked for choose the correct. Last year also it came for 1 mark. So dear student, you should remember this: alkane, alkene and alkyne. Okay, so its general formula is CnH2n plus 2. You might have studied these things in class 10 also, just we are revising it. Now what we are going to do, so we have studied hydrocarbons, types of hydrocarbons. Aliphatic we are studying, and aliphatic also there are two types. Saturated hydrocarbon, that is alkane, which contains only single bond, and general formula is what? CnH2n plus 2. Now classification of carbon atom in alkanes. In alkane, the carbon atoms are again classified into different categories. For example, I have given one example here. See here, CH3, CH, CH2, CH2, C, CH3, CH3. So these are all what? Alkane, saturated hydrocarbon. You can't see any double bond here. So this is an example of saturated hydrocarbons. So in saturated hydrocarbons, again carbon atom is classified into different category. Okay, so let us try to learn it. See here, one thing you can see clearly, that these carbon atoms, the terminal carbon atoms, terminal carbon atom means the last carbon atom, this one, these are called as what? Terminal carbon atoms. So this terminal carbon atom, it is attached to how many carbons? Okay, it is attached to only one carbon, right or not? It is attached to only one carbon, this carbon and this carbon, only it is attached to this carbon. So this one, it is called as 1 degree, or we call it as primary carbon. Okay, it is called as 1 degree carbon or primary carbon. So terminal means at the last one. So this one is also what? 1 degree, or we call it as primary carbon. Okay, got it? Now coming to the second one, in this carbon, you can see clearly it is attached to one carbon here, one carbon is attached here, this carbon is also attached to this carbon is also attached to this carbon. This carbon, you can see that it is attached to other 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3. So this one will be called as 3 degree or tertiary, TERTIARY, tertiary carbon. Okay, dear students, so these are the basic things you should know it. Okay, now this carbon, you see, it is attached to one carbon here, one carbon here. So it will be called as what? 2 carbon it is attached to. So it will be called as 2 degree, or it will be called as secondary carbon. Okay, now this carbon, you see, it is attached only to one carbon. So this carbon also, it will be called as what? 1 degree, or we call it as primary carbon. Primary carbon. Okay, got it? Now coming to the next carbon, this carbon is attached to 2, so done. This carbon, you see, 1, 2, it is also 2 degree. Okay, and this carbon is attached to only one carbon, so it is called as 1 degree. This one also attached to only one, so 1 degree. This is attached to 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4, so it will be called as 4 degree or quaternary carbon. Got it or not? So dear students, I hope you have understood the classification of carbon atom in alkane. In alkane, carbons are classified into 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree and 4 degree. 4 degree is the maximum, because you have studied in class 10 that carbon can only form 4 bonds. So more than 4 it can form. So that's why 4 degree or quaternary carbon is maximum. If the carbon is attached, one carbon is attached to another carbon, only one carbon, then it will be called as 1 degree. If a carbon atom is attached to another 4 carbon atom, then it will be called as quaternary. If a carbon atom is attached to another 2 carbon, then it will be called as 2 degree or secondary. If the carbon atom is attached to another 3 carbon atom, then we will call it as tertiary. I hope, dear students, you have understood it. Okay, and then you can take it down. Then we shall move to the next topic or next. or saturated hydrocarbons. So first we are going to learn how we used to write the IUPAC name of alkane or the saturated hydrocarbon. So there are certain rules. There are rules. Number one is select the longest continuous carbon chain. We have to select the longest continuous chain, so that the chain we have to that is called as what? Select the longest continuous chain. This is called as what? Parent chain. We call it as parent chain, or we call it as main chain. Okay, students. So the longest continuous chain, carbon chain, we call it as parent chain or the main chain. So you have to select the chain which is the longest one and it should be continuous. So that will be our main chain. Okay or not? So dear students, coming back to the example here, you see here, if we see the example here, the longest continuous chain will be which one? Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what total number of carbon here. It is how much? Total number of carbon, if you go in this direction, total number of carbon is how much you are getting? 5 carbons. Okay, if I come down in this another way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is there? The rule number 1, it is telling us what? Select the longest continuous chains. So the parent chain should be the longest one. It should contain the longest continuous chain is parent chain. So the parent chain or the main chain should be the longest one. Okay, not the smaller one. So it should be longest one. So if I come in this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also a continuous, and it is how much carbon it contains? 6. So our main chain will be this one. Okay, this one will be treated as our main chain. Okay, students. So this one becomes our what? Parent chain. So this one, it is our parent chain, or we call it as main chain. Got it? This one we call it as parent chain or main chain, and whatever is left out, this is the left out one or not. So this left out one, we call it as a branch. This left out, it is called as a branch. Okay, or we call it as substituent. Okay, substituents. This is branch, or it is called as substituent. So I hope the first point is clear. We have to go in such a way that the number of carbon should be maximum. That will be our main chain. Okay, so this is our main chain, or we call it as a parent chain. And whatever things it comes besides main chain ke sarina alag, whatever you are getting, that is nothing but branch or substituent. Okay, got it? Okay, this point is clear. So we have selected the main chain. The position of the branch or the substituent. Okay, now we have to select the position of the branch or the substituent. Means we have to start the numbering. Okay, in such a way that the substituent should get the lowest number. Okay, for example, if I start the numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, then this substituent, it is attached to which number of carbon? 3rd, 4, 5, 6. So here we are getting the substituent is present in which position? 3rd. If I come in these directions, but if I come in these directions, suppose from here I am coming 1, 2, 3, 4. So the substituent is attached to which positions? 4. So which one is the lowest? Which position is the lowest for the substituent? So position number 3 is the lowest. This position is the lowest one. This way when you are coming, the substituent is getting what? 3rd position. So this is the correct positions. So we'll follow this one. 4th one will cancel it. So this is the correct position, 3rd positions. Okay, fine. Next is lowest set of locant. So lowest set of locant means we should select the lowest set. That means if the substituent should get the lowest number. Here only one substituent, so there will not be a set, but substituent should get the lowest number. Okay, now presence of more than one substituent. If there is more than one substituent, CH3, CH2, CH3, here also CH2, CH3, if branch is there, then two times same thing it will be repeated or not. So in that case, if two substituents are repeated, then it will be di. We will be using the word di. Then if three are there, then tri. Four are there, then tet. Like this it will be. Like this it will be going on. Name the substituent alphabetically. If there are more than two substituent or whatever, if there are more than two substituent, different types of substituents are there, then in that case we will go alphabetically. Which one comes alphabetically first, that one will be writing it first. So now coming to the naming. Okay dear students, so naming will be what is the total number of carbon in the main chain? 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbon in the main chain. So in the last class I have taught you that, in the last lecture, if you have not watched it, if you are new to the channel, please go to my channel Kumar Sir, and you can type class 11 topic nomenclature introductions, you will get it there. Go through that video first and then you can watch it. Okay, so in the first videos, lecture number 1, I have told you that if the number of carbon in the main chain is 6, then in that case the word we use for naming it, the root name will be what for 6? It is hex. Okay, so we have written hex, and all are single bonded. Can you see anywhere double bond? No. So plus n, so hex plus n, we have written it. Okay, now branch is also there, that is the substituent is also there. Okay, so now substituent ka position is what? The position of substituent is what? 3. It is attached to which number of carbon? Third number of carbon. And how many carbons are there in the branch? 2. So in the last class I told you, if there is in the branch there is 1 carbon, then we will use methyl. If there is 2 carbon in the branch, then we will use ethyl. And if there is 3 carbon in the branch, we will use propyl. Main chain, mit, it, but, prop, like that is go. But in the branch we go in this way: methyl, ethyl, bromyl, propyl. Okay, so this is a branch. How many carbons are present? 1 2. So 2 carbons are present, then it will be ethyl. So what is the position of this substituent or the branch? Third number of carbon. So we'll write here 3 capital letter methyl. Okay, 3 methyl hex plus n. So it will, the name will be what? 3 methyl hexane. Okay dear students, so the name of this compound will be what? 3 methyl hexane. I hope you are getting it a little bit. Okay, now let us take some more examples on this. Let us learn it properly first, the basic IUPAC naming, then we'll go to the next one. Okay, so you can take it down. Now I will be rubbing it and we will discuss some questions. Okay, the rules I am rubbing it, and then we shall be discussing the questions on these rules. Okay, so we will be solving some questions on these rules. Okay, now let us take some questions. For example, 1, CH3 CH3 and here let's write Cl. Okay, this is 1. Number 2, another one, simple one. This one generally comes in the exam. Okay, so CH3 CH2 CH CH2 CH3 CH3. Okay, fine. This is second one. Third one, CH3 CH2 CH3 CH3 CH3. Okay. Fourth one, CH3 CH2 CH2 CH CH2 CH2 CH3 CH3 CH3. Okay, now let us try to solve this one first. Okay, dear students, then we will be going to the next level. Okay, slowly steadily we'll go, don't worry. Some of you might be thinking, what's the still not getting it? Of course, slowly steadily you will understand, don't worry. Okay, so it is just a starting only, you will understand, don't worry. And if you are not understanding once twice, you go through the video, still you are not understanding, then all of you are there in my Facebook page, Kumar sir. If not, then you please join it. Okay, and then you can text me for the problem. So if you have some problem with the understanding, you can post it there, or you can post it in the comment box in YouTube. Okay, so question number 1, let us see here. So this is what this one you can see clearly. This is if I go in this way, so 1 2 3, this side also 3 carbon, straight also if you count, then 3 carbon. Maximum here it is in the main chain, how many carbon can be? 3. So 1, so we'll be writing 1 2 3. So this will be our main chain. So okay, fine. So now you see here there are 2 branches, substituents are 2, one substituent is here, one substituent is here, because this is the main chain, and whatever is left out, that will be the substituent or the branch. So if the main chain is this one, and this is substituent, this is also substituent, then this substituent, how many carbons are there in the main chain here? In the main chain there you can see only 1 carbon, sorry, in the branch you can see only 1 carbon. This is what? Branch. This is also what? Branch. That is called a substituent. So both are branch, and if you see here properly, then this one, the name, this name, as I have already told you in the last lecture, that this one, the name, it starts from, this is Cl, so it starts from chloro, and this is in the branch only 1 carbon. Always remember, dear student, in the branch, if the carbon is only 1, the name will start with methyl. Okay, 1 carbon means methyl in the branch. So this one name starts from M, this one name starts from C. So which comes alphabetically first? C comes alphabetically first. So we'll be writing here, what is the position of chlorine here in the main chain? It is attached to 2nd carbon. So we'll write here 2-chloro. Okay, 2-chloro. Then again branch is what? At the same position, 2. So we'll write here 2-chloro dash 2-methyl. Okay, so 2-chloro 2-methyl, 2-chloro 2-methyl, and what is the main maximum number of carbon in the main chain? 3. So we'll write here propane. Okay, so this will be the name of IUPAC name of this compound. It will be 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. Okay, dear students, here alphabetically this one C comes, chloro comes first, so that's why we are writing first, and both are branch, so both will come as a prefix. But among these two, which one comes alphabetically first, that one will write first as a prefix. Okay, got it? Okay, now coming to these questions. Okay, this question you can see CH3 CH2 CH CH3 CH2 CH3. So first of all you have to select the main chain. If you go straight 1 2 3 4, in the main straight chain there are 4 carbons, but if you come in the branch like this, then 1 2 3 4 5, this side the number of carbon is more here, so this one will become our main chain. This one will be our main chain. Okay, and this one becomes what? It becomes a branch. Okay, students, so this is our main chain. Total number of carbon is how much? Suppose now numbering we will be doing. So while numbering it, dear students, remember the rules. You have to number in such a way that the branch should get the lowest number. If I start numbering from here 1 2 3 4 5, so here the third position is coming, that means branch is getting 3rd position. If I go from this side also 1 2 3, in both the way it is getting 3rd position only. So anyway you can come, either you can come this way or you can go this way, no problem. It is getting 3rd position in both the way. So 3rd position, so we will write here 1 2, 3, 4, 5. So total number of carbon in the main chain is how much? 5. And branch, how many carbons are there in the branch? 1. So for one carbon it is called as what? Methyl. And what is the position of the carbon branch here? 3. So we'll write the prefix first. Branch comes, prefix comes first, and prefix is for the branch or substituent. So this is a branch. So third position, so we'll write here 3 methyl. And what is the total number of carbon in the main chain? 5. So we'll write a root name pent, and all are single bonded or not, so we'll write here N. So this will be the IUPAC name of this compound, 3-methyl pentane. Okay, dear students. Okay, now coming to the third questions. So question number 3, I am only using those 5 rules which I have told you. Okay, first we will learn this. I'll give you some homeworks. You do it, then we'll go to the next level. Okay, now this one you see, if you go straight, then what is the total number of carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we are going straight, there are 4 carbon. If we come in this side, 1, 2, 3, only 3. So we should select the longest one. So the longest one is this one. This is our main chain, the longest chain. Okay, so the longest chain is this one. Now if I come from this side, numbering the rules, 1, 2. So these two are branch. Left out means branch, substituent. So it is getting 2 position. But if I come from this side, 1, 2, 3. So 3 wala will not do. They should get the lowest number. So 2 wala will be going for this sequence. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Now what you can see is rule number 5 or 4. I have told you that if the more than one substituent are present at the same positions, then what we will be using? See, here 2 branches are there at the same position. 2 here, dita branches say is there. So what we will be doing? We will be using the prefix di. 2 are there, na? Same. If it is C2H3 or CH3 different, then we cannot use di. But both are also same, CH3. So 2 substituents are present of same kind. So what we will be using? We will be using di. If 3, then tri. Okay. Now what is the total number of carbon in the main chain? 4. So we'll use the prefix. What is the position of these 2 branches? 2. So we'll not write only once, we have to write 2 times. 2 for 1 and this 2 for this one. So 2, 2 di, and this, how many number of carbons are there in the branch? 1. Here also 1. So it will be methyl. Now you don't think that, oh sir, here 1, 2 is there. No, we are calculating individually. So individually it is only 1. So here also only 1. So dimethyl. Okay, 2 times it is repeated. So di. If it is 3 times, tri. So 2, 2 dimethyl. What is the carbon in the main chain? Number of carbon? 4. So it will be but, and all are single bonded. So it will be N. So what will be the name of it? 2, 2 dimethyl butane. Okay, dear students. Okay, now coming to the last question. Okay. Okay, in the last questions you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This way if you go, you are getting main chain, how many carbons? 7. If you come in this way, all the way you have to try which way you get the maximum carbon, that one will be the main chain. So if I come this side, then I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. If I am going straight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. But if I go in these directions, I am getting how much? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will be following this pattern. Okay. So this one will become our main chain. This one will be our main chain, and whatever is left, that is our branch. Now coming to the numbering. So when you start numbering is called as locants. Okay, the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is getting 4th number of position. Both the branches are getting 4th position. This side 1, 2, 3, 4. Both the side, if you come numbering, the branches are getting same position. So any one way you can select. Both are same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at position number 4, there are 2 branches and both also same to same. So we will be following this one. So position number 4, there are 2 branches, both also same. So we'll write here 4, 4 at position 4. There are 2 branches, so 4, 4, and same to same. So di, and it is only carbon, number of carbon present here is how much? 1. So for 1 carbon in the branch we use methyl. Okay, and 2 are there, so dimethyl. And what is the total number of carbon in the main chain? 7. So we'll use hept, and all are single bonded, so we'll use here 10, heptane. Okay, dear students, so this is the method, okay, basic method for naming the alkanes or saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, this is the rules for naming or writing the IUPAC name of alkanes. I hope you have understood, dear students. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask to me. Okay, got it? Okay, now one thing I didn't give you last time, that is in the branch, if the number of carbon is 1, 2 or all, accordingly we'll be naming it. Okay, so now I'll give you that one, and then I will give you some questions to be done. You can do it. In the branch, okay, in the branch, if the number of carbon is 1, so we'll use the prefix methyl. If the number of carbon is 2, then we will use the prefix ethyl. If the number of carbon is 3, then propyl. Number of carbon 4, then butyl. Number of, these are all in the branch. Okay, these are all the carbons are in the branch. Okay, not mentioned. Mentioned means meth, eth, prop, like that it will come. So 5, then we will use pentyl. 6, hexyl. 7, heptyl. 8, octyl. 9, nonyl. And 10, decyl. Okay, 10 will be decyl. So if this much, if there are 3 carbon in the branch, then we'll use the prefix propyl. If there is 2 carbon in the branch, then we'll use the prefix ethyl. If there is 1 carbon in the branch, then we'll use the prefix methyl. Again, I'm telling you, this is for the branches or the substituent. Main chain though, we'll use meth, eth, prop, but, like that only. Okay, so I hope this one you have understood it. You can take it down, and then I shall give you some questions which you can solve at home, and then you can forward it to me. Okay, dear students? Okay. So the questions are from, this is your homework questions. All of you try at home. If you have understood, you will be definitely able to do. If not, also you try and then ask me your doubts if you have. Number 1, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3, CH3. Number 2, CH3, CH2, CH, CH2, CH2, CH3, CH3, and here it is CH3. Okay. Number 3, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH3. Number 4, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, 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 CH3. So these are the 4 questions which I want you to do it, okay, and then forward it to me after solving it. So today's video's lectures, these topics will be winding up here, dear students. So in today's lecture we have learned how to write the IUPAC name of an alkane or a saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, in the next lecture we'll be learning something else. maybe unsaturated hydrocarbons ka IUPAC naming, that is alkene ka IUPAC naming, will be learning in the next video lecture. Okay, so dear students, I hope you are getting benefit with this. If you are getting benefit with this video lecture, please share with your friends also. And if you are new to the channel, dear students, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel Kumar Sir, because your likes and subscribe will encourage us. It will tell us that yes, you are giving benefits. That means my work is giving benefits to others, so it will encourage me to do better. Okay, so keep studying and keep learning. Thank you, students. All the best.